We've been saying these first two games have been some of the best that we've seen in the DreamHack Grand Finals, but it's not going to stop. We still have 6 more games to go. Arkram in a duel now at the top of the leaderboard with potentially Epic Will if things get rolling for him at the Authority and beyond. We got game 3 and it's underway.
We're looking at that clash of the Kings of the West right now at the top of the food chain. Good to see Epic Whale being able to step up to the plate after what would be a disappointing performance yesterday for semis, right? You don't see Epic typically fall shy of top 20, let alone top 10. So to see him in the 50s and now today stepping up is where you want to see him, where you expect to see him. Our early game, though.
Still, again, a lot of developing stories in the early game. Is Booger going to continue to win at the weather station? What are the other players doing that might affect? I mean, this one simple fight, yes, Justice only on 50 points and Defiable potentially around the same spot. I haven't quite seen him at the top of the leaderboard. They might have another quick engagement and next game end up being someone who influences someone else. Justice will rack up an easy 5 points, though. And that sort of thing will send somebody going to a different spot. Now looking at Fortilla, it's been so contested. Knives here, Vert here, Frappi, Dubs. I mean, when you think of high-tier names in NA West, those 3 already come to mind, and then Dubs from NA East also joining in. This is a very difficult spot to fight at.
Ooh, Knives gonna dodge the shark there barely for a second. That would have been devastating considering he just popped all those shields, but it's going to work out for him. He's going to escape the grips of the shark, and now he's going to find something absolutely massive, putting him in the battle right here. It's going to be that pump charge right now. Shotgun, epic rarity as well. Pretty nice, rotating straight and directly into Union, who's just getting his farm on. Union seems to have had this portion of Slurpee to himself right now. Knives clearly understanding someone's here based off of the ramps, and he's looking for a cheeky angle now to get on into the action. Will he best Union in the early game? Good nades right now.
Yeah, that will kind of reset things for Union. While Knives sneaks in the backside, he's down below. He almost could sneak in from the bottom. But Knives right now, no points, and things are really not quite working out. A shark will go through and knock this open. Union, though. Oh, no.
What?
That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate, unfortunately. Must have gotten alt-tabbed or something, but that's the end of the game for him. And thankfully for Knives, that's his first points of the game. He's maybe feeling happy about that, but at the same time, it's like, oh, well, that guy got robbed.
Absolutely robbed. Here's Latinio, who was in that end game last time around, playing for height. I think he somehow got his hands on that shockwave launcher. We saw him putting in some serious work with it. Latinio, though, is going to get dropped so early this time around by Par. Gets bested in this 50-50 exchange here. And that's not looking too good. I'm not mistaken, here at the Risky Reels, so that's where he's playing for. That's where he's dropping. Somewhat of that center map location. Back with Knives. Another early game engagement, and oh my gosh, Knives just got rocked by the charge gray shotgun right now, and again the follow-up. Jeez, so much damage the charge shotgun can do.
And I can't pronounce his name, but in any case, 88 points for him will put him in top 10 right now, and finding another elim onto Knives and Slurpee Swamps. Not only is this fully uncontested for him now, I mean, not uncontested, but cleared out, so he can find more loot, find more time, and farm up safely before he begins his rotate towards the zone. That is very nice for a player who's in the top 10 to start a nice third game here.
Here's Tricks, great cones to back up Maximo, but instead he's going to default in because of the trees, breaking the line of sight for him. A little bit of an obstruction in his way. 82 points for Tricks. This is a massive fight for him to continue to keep up his positioning in the tournament right now. Maximo, though, charging the shot. Tricks doing the same here, waiting for it. Switches over to the compact. Not going to find anything. That's okay. He's going to back up now. Just a quick reload here. He's looking for the box fight. He's going to take height. It's also going to be his floor as well, as he walks right into the box and the cone. All quick edits, all quick and easy. And now Tricks stomps through Maximo here for a big beginning frag.
11th place for Tricks too. He got 3rd in the last one. Might have had an influence with the shockwave launcher, but in the end, they all fall as Epic Whale claims that victory. But he does push himself up into a respectable spot. First game for him was 38th place, so decent placement. But oh, I shouldn't say decent. Only 12 points of placement, 0 elims in that game too. So if he can continue to pull out 3rd places like the last game, it might be really nice for him. Here's Arkram using the boat again, and he's going to use even the whirlpool to go even farther. Actually basing up on it as it's in first zone to get nice tags on a player in a boat. That guy can't do anything. He just has to eat these, right? He could base out, but what's the point if Arkram's going to continue to shoot you? Just move on. But only 1 tag, which is very, very unfortunate for Arkram. He was definitely hoping for more, but anything you get is fine.
Flicks with a big shot right there. Good start for him over in Pleasant Park. You see Unreal off in the distance now, looking to get a piece of this. Obviously, the action in the middle is giving him all the information he needs to wait this one out. He looks like he's playing super, super cheeky right now in that building, crouched up, walking around, maneuvering around. He's possibly waiting for clicks to come through, farm this out. Let's see how this is going to work out for him. Clicks going for the metal inside the buildings and trying to get his safe farm on. On the other side of the map, though, it's Jacob who's rotating north now, out from his draw spot over in the Misty. So Jacob got his farm on quick this time around and then cuts in a different direction. He wasn't finding success on the eastern side, getting picked off early. Let's see how switching it up is going to play out for him.
Jacob came all the way west from Misty Meadows and ends up on this side right here, chasing up against Frappi, although this really is hard to understand how he ended up in this position right now, but he might get beamed by Bumblebee. Yes! The cracked shield. Jacob will have to heal. He has some chug splashes for the instant, but also the minis too. Bumblebee will phase in the box though with the crash pad, but it doesn't quite work out. Jacob still has a little bit more time. An extra crash pad will make it. You can see the direction that he was flying forward at his wall for, and here's the heals finally, the crash pad in, but he's healed up now. This might not be the fight you want to take, Bumblebee, but it is. Jacob again falling outside of placement with no elims. That's the second time that's happened in the early game for him.
He knew what was coming. He tried to poise up and get ready for it. It's going to be Coop, though, who eats a big snipe right now from Adity up on the houses here in Salty Springs. This is just not too far from the fight that broke out between Jacob and Bumboy. But yeah, that could have went either way. Jacob almost had that. It wasn't enough.
Arkram is so good at finding these edge map rotates in first and second zone. You saw the first time. The boat rotate on the south side of that to go on the coast, and now chaining together the whirlpools time and time again. And also finding the tags on players as they go through with any of these. That's perfect storage, and you see he's going further north while the other guy is going slightly more of a direct approach into the center of the first, but Arkram opting to play the edge instead.
He just knows better. He's better in here, trying to play into those dead zones, those weaker sides. Let's see. He's going to base up early. He doesn't even have max material just yet, but it looks like he's found himself in a weird situation. A little bit of a standoff he landed outside of, and Tavern's up on the other side, who's putting a couple shots on. But since Tavern's going to back up, this gives him an opportunity with the broken line of sight from the other players to cut straight across now and work his way inside before those others decide to. Tavern, though, swings back around. Couple shots onto Arkram. Arkram trying to do his best here now to get to the landmass. Working his way away. Fernando's going to be on the other side here, though. Just look at him. He's looking left and right. His awareness high right now. And here, he's finally going to catch wind of Fernando in front of him. He goes all the way in for it. What?
He's a madman. He's lost it. He's a psycho. A dolphin approaches onto Fernando, and that was impactful. Fernando had a very, very good game number one. He was in that final situation against Arkham. I believe he might have even fallen to Arkham in that game number 1. So to see him fall again, and that's what I was talking about in the pregame before game number 3 started, before this game started. I mean, looking at the map, I was saying these edge zone rotates, these edge map rotates will find you good players. So Fernando against Arkham there, but it's quick work for Arkham, who catches him by surprise. Oh boy. In a Pleasant Park zone, he'll be able to come out on the north side, and this might continue to pull even further north. While all these guys in the center, they're all having to worry about people taking Storm Surge tags on them and whatnot. Arkham has essentially an empty map behind him, so he just faces up forward and doesn't have to worry anything about behind him at all. He just has a water, an ocean of nothingness.
And those are the perks of calculating your rotates, and this is now the 3rd game in a row that he's done a nice wide swing around, and you're seeing the benefit of the whirlpools returning into Fortnite and the benefit of playing an outer edge zone and then knowing how to rotate quick, right, and take advantage of the fact that you don't have anyone behind you initially. Here though, Frappi trying to make the best of his situation. That golden pistol, we're seeing a lot of that pistol play in solos because sometimes it's all you got. This is what you have to work with. Changes up the dynamic a bit. Furious on the other end finds his way into Pleasant. Unreal still playing that same house we left off with. He's swung around, so still in his drop spot. He's going to get into a little bit of an engagement with Bumboy. Not finding too much though. Forced to back up now and heal up.
And again, this is a mobile player. And he has 18 points right now. Gonna go up against an FNCS Invitational champ. Gonna go in the box, but yeah, he gets lost in the sauce. And Furious with the burst SMG, which you don't actually see used quite that often in comp play, but it just has such high benefits. Furious might be one of the few players I've seen actually pick it up in comp.
The irony of mobile presence. That's the mobile skin that just released from the Galaxy Cup. So Furious putting in his work on the fingertips on the touch screen. But all right, back to the action. Frappi trying to make this pistol work here. If there's anyone to catch them or catch out, is Reverse in the team that's nearby. They don't have too much HP. Reverse, never mind that, bounces back. Dwal, who's in the basement of the house, looking to figure something out here.
Wall is 2nd place right now. Low HP in the basement of the house. That basement is never somewhere I want to be stuck in, especially with low materials, nades, and just in general box fights down there. You have nowhere else to go instead of being on flat land where you can at least back away. I think he is engaged in a fight with Reverse 2K, unfortunately.
Oh my, Frappi gets pounced on with a crash pad off guard here. And now he's trying to run for his life right now. Just look at his loadout and stuff, right? He's having a pretty decent game right here. Was before this kind of vibing here, but lets his guard down for a second now. And all of a sudden everyone's focused in, and Altu doesn't want to let this fight go. He's still on the hunt right now. Looking to push in, another crash pad, backs him up. Frappi, ultimate low. Nothing you can do. This is not going to be enough. He's going to have to trade the exchange. He gets out of that box somehow and counter it and wins it.
NA West is on another level when it comes to these quick thinking technical details. Right there, you saw Frappi with the reverse stare as the guy zoned into his box and then went back out. And that guy was stuck underneath the stairs in a box that wasn't his. Frappi caught him in that, and it's easy work from there. We saw that same thing happen with Falconer, but it was Falconer on the offensive. You see these types of little tricks used back and forth. West continues to impress in the technical detail here. We'll see it again. That he basically was baiting it right there as Reverse 2K picks up an elim onto Vert. Here we go, that reverse stare, and then the guy's in the box, the window edits. He has to try to run backwards on that one, and there's no chance you're gonna be quick enough against Frappi's window edit. Very well done.
Big plays right there for sure. As we're hopping around the field here, here's Rihan, here's Domo, Bamboozle. We got a piece of the last round. Rihan, though, kicking it off, looking to secure his first set of points here into game 3. Domo's big tagged up, though. He's on the run. Can he escape? It's not looking too likely as Rihan's working his way from underneath. Remember, he only has 13 shield, though. This can go either way. One big pump is going to be the deciding factor here. The charge, rare and ready for the occasion. Yes, he's going to walk in. It's his cone, and then just like that, snap of the fingers, Rihan catches his first 5.
Slightly different zone here than the last time. It was more closer to that east side of the map. Now more central, slightly east of Pleasant Park, along this river where there's the one bridge and zone. We're gonna get 4th reveal, and that will tell us a lot. I see Epic Whale on the left side of that bridge. I'm wondering where Arkram ended up, if he ended up somewhere a little bit more, even on that hill too. That could be a really big power position in the 4th zone. Here we go. It's going to get revealed, and that will tell us a lot. It is up there. In my mind, that should be where Arkram's trajectory should have been, but he's not here. It's Dubs instead. We actually have Bumboy up on height there. So where did Arkram come out of that edge map rotate?
Dubs, though, struggling right now. Not a single point. Let's see if he can finally put himself on the map, as Booga's going to find Krizix up in the feed there. Big elimination there, but no, Dubs just gets deleted by Chicken. The charge shotgun from range with the perfect connection. Hits him for everything. Out of the game. Dubs back to the lobby. Booga, another player, struggling, like we said in this competition here. Switched up the drop spot, finding a little more success, but still not looking too hot in game 3. This could be where things change for him. He has to get something going.
Must have been an Elim with the snipe earlier, by the way, and he's looking for more, so I think he thinks that Surge might be an issue. Jay is going to be rotating directly underneath him, and he does hit the snipe, but gets beamed in return from the side. It's Fatch. Another player who competed at World Cup, but Booga will answer. The big issue for him is he needs the siphon and needs an impact, because no heals whatsoever, and that beam will cost him sorely. He was out in the open, though. So you kind of have to expect that that might have been a possibility. Another snipe attempt onto Jay. He is above Surge, so that was not the issue at all. I think he's just looking for the siphon.
Definitely trying to find himself a frag right now. He's halfway through the resource count, no heals. He does have that launch pad, but it's not going to do anything. And yes, there it is, at least the big shot. Can he get the follow-up? Fatch is going to be snatching up all that loot, though, the loot that he desperately needs right now. On the other hand, Acorn, who's fighting here for the middling position in the tournament. There, takes the wall, opens it up. It's his. Zayrez falls down. It's going to be another big come up for Acorn here. 2 eliminations in the competition. Staggers back the crash pads, has the peppers. These are all great for the rotation to come here. The half in, half out.
Tavern right above. There's Arkram. Should have half in, half out. Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking that it was still up at that top level. We haven't even revealed it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Pull me back. It's going south, so he's actually mid in this 4th zone, so he'll have a pretty decent rotate. And he's already moving. Clicks at the north side of this too. Bump Boy and Quinn. That's definitely gonna be a community launch pad put down in a second. Mitty might already be posturing for that. Bucky down on the south side. He'll have a lot of opportunities to hold.
If you are just tuning in, guys, this is game 3. We're approaching that halfway mark now. The 5th zone fully up in the air. Most of the players are going to have to make their way down here. 55 players still in the game. So you see the storm surge damage there, but not going to be a factor as everyone just has to rotate now. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Turtle Tap is going to find someone, but so is Izzo here. Decoy walks into the big shot. Bucky now, on the other hand, needs so much more points if he wants to jump back into this competition. Just 39 into game 3 here. Struggling a bit. Falconer's going to be the player up above him. This is scary. Someone's going to RPG. It was going to be Bucky. I didn't even realize he had that in the inventory and ready to fire. That was huge for him. Walks Falconer into a trap there.
That was awesome. You know, Falconer was up top with the momentum going forward, trying to pickaxe on the wall and the floor. And Bucky just says, hold on, let me just RPG you down to the box. And it actually times out, so he hits the RPG too. Well done from him. 40R Storm still up in this game. I'm wondering if he has that shockwave launcher. Clicks up as well. Fan favorites, but both Booga and him, the two NA East fan favorites, low on HP. With the zone popped, Clicks will use the med kit because he knows it's going to be a rough one. A max distance for him.
Epic Whale, though, in the middle of the zone right now. No one around him. It's going to give him a good opportunity to get the jump on the Storm, too, or make a late decision. So he's got a lot of room to mess with here. As the Spatch being in the center zone here, and Booga, this is all going to favor them moving into this. Booga, more importantly, is going to be making that edit. Looks like he's looking for something here. Can he find a chip out the sky? We'll find out soon. Clicks, though, moving all the way in, trying to find his piece of the land, piece of the territory. He's going to land right on top of Tavern. Does not find the shop. But that's okay. In front of the zone now. Looks backwards. Acorn's going to be the player, the victim of choice now to fire at. Nothing converts. Not just yet. Clicks needs to do something huge here. Ben Pen does have height pressuring across. Let's see. Zesty's right in front of him. Will Clicks be able to convert onto something? It's a big moment for him here.
Yeah, it is, but he's not finding anything. He's trying to get the knockdown. Justice might have his back open. Still low materials. Arkham and Epic Whale were still in this game. I'm wondering where they ended up fighting up. There's Arkham in the mid of the layer, directly below Clicks, and he'll go into a box against Epic Whale, who's above Arkham. He'll take that one, and we might have a duel between first and third. The two players who West, anybody who follows West at all, actually anybody who's looking on the outside in knows these two. As they've played so well, Acorn gonna look forward. Booga in zone will fall. Unfortunately, he's down and out. Reverse 2K still in this too, but Furious slightly below him. He'll take out 1-2.
Bucky showing presence in this endgame as well. A lot of big names to follow here. Acorn's gonna jump just past an enemy. My gosh, that was a close one for him now. 2 more crash pads, so he still has plenty of rotate to make. And he's looking for the impact. And yes, he's gonna find so much material, so much of a come up, because he didn't quite need it, not just yet, but it's enough to keep him in the game here. Someone's up on height. He's going to sneak up from the side. A sneaky shot. It's going to be the shield rip onto Tavern. The battle goes off. Tavern's going to crank it up. Acorn doesn't want anything to do with that. He knows there's still a long rotate in front of him. He's going to actually catch the better positioning now, moving down towards Batch. Tavern, too high in the sky here. But that's okay. Acorn has to make a move here. Bit of a misplay into the Storm, but that's all right. Still has plenty of heals to work with, and out goes the crash pad. No more mobility left. Plenty of builds, though. Plenty of heals to work with here.
Arkham found one at the same time. Scented still in this too. Is in the top 10. Frappai is slightly ahead, and Middy's on the box. He drops Tavern in, and that might be the end of him. Yes, Frappai will convert, and Tavern, even though he played for the height, will end up dropping. 16 players now left. Tata on the backside. Frappai will go for more. He drops down, but in zone. And now he has to actually back away and start to pop those final floppers. It's a duel, I think, between Arkham and Scented for height right now with 10 players left.
Arkham is absolutely insane playing for this endgame. And now we get another exchange here. Frappai's on fire, catching back-to-backs. That's another 2-piece for him. And he's just cooking up here. 5 eliminations. Bucky still in the end game. All of a sudden, so much more points. But look, Bala, there's a battle for high ground right now. And I think it's Arkham's to take here. It's going back and forth. No shield on either of the two players. It's reverse 2K who's on the other side. And reverse falls to Arkham in the height. And Acorn wants a piece of it. He's coming up now too. But it's not going to be enough. He does have the shockwave with plenty of rockets, though, to do something big here.
Yeah, 4 players left. Still more shockwaves going up. Arkham will have to give it up, and he does finally. Acorn picked this up with a lot of rockets, so he has to play this perfectly. Frappai is still in this, who was popping off earlier, and he will shockwave 2 out in the zone. That's Arkham down again to the shockwave launcher, but a 4th place finish with him is not going to matter. That is way good for him. Now 1v1v1, no, 1v1. Bucky's down, another shockwave. Frappai out in zone, and he's going to try to use the, oh, yes, he connects, and that could be the end of Frappai. Acorn just has to hide, and he does. 5 eliminations, picking up the shockwave launcher was key, but he pushes himself all the way, I think, outside and looking in. Now at 135 points, he's in contention. We got 5 more games to go, so stay with us.
What's up, guys? Monster D-Face here, and we're back. We're doing another little segment here where we're going to take a picture, we're going to try and draw it, and it's your job to guess it. Well, if you guessed the shark, you were right. You know, I'll try my best here with the mouth, but I think I did a pretty good job. All right, this is a tough one. If you guessed Boogie Bomb, you were right. I know I didn't do the greatest job on that one, but hey, I tried, guys. All right, guys, I try to give you guys all the hints in the books. That's a toilet paper and a toilet and an empty roll of toilet paper. I think I got that one. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick section. We're getting back to the action, though, here at the DreamHack.
Welcome back, everyone, to the DreamHack Open featuring Fortnite, where we are in our kickoff month of July, and we are taking a look at North American West competition. It's been 3 days so far, and it's our third and final day, which means that it's grand finals day. 3 games are done. We have 5 more games to go, Bala. And my goodness, the story right now is all about Arkram.
That it is. He is tearing it up at the top of the leaderboard. I mean, the placements that he's getting, 1st, 5th, 4th, and I think it was 3 elims, 5 elims, and 5 elims. Like, that is a scoreline that is already starting to overtake anything we've seen yet in any DreamHack, even the one like Mr. Savage in Anaheim who started to eclipse. Like, if he's on this pace, he might eclipse 500 points by the end of the night, because we still have 5 games for him to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. And if you guys are just joining us right now and you unfortunately missed game number 3, we have some highlights to look at right now in Monster. I would imagine that Arkram is going to be in some of these highlights.
Yeah, man, Arkham's been a talk of the day, honestly, the week. And to kick things off, unfortunately, Union's going to be the one highlighted first. Oh, man, the quick DC here. But it is a matter of Arkham's mastermind positioning here. We see him using those dead side rotates. He's taking full advantage of understanding how to play the game right now. And it's clear that he is ahead of the West right now in terms of just positioning and making it through the end game. Someone that we did see pop up, though, was Bucky. So a little bit of Bucky. Remember, Bucky playing out of that Frenzy Farm area, so he finally finds some success, and he did a really good job picking up frags in the end, because he went from barely any points way above and beyond 100 now into the competition.
We didn't see this on feed, but reverse 2K onto Adity, and then Frappi with one of the nastiest streaks in endgame, dodging against Turtle Tavern after he gets the edit down, and then continues to go for 7 eliminations in the endgame. And the Shockwave play also, we mentioned how it actually put Arkham out in the zone. Bucky too, they both lose the game because of that one Shockwave launcher, and they're even dueling mid-air. You got to do anything you can because that sent them so far away, but it doesn't really matter in this case. Yes, Acorn wins the game. It matters for him, but for everybody else, they're still up there in these top placements, right? Frappi got 2 top 5s in a row now, and that's why he's in second place. Arkham has gotten top 5 every game, and that's why he's in first. So they don't care necessarily if they're winning these games as long as they're getting here consistently every single game.
And I was just gonna say, just in those moments there, you saw Acorn didn't even have builds, so you're seeing the versatility of the Shockwave. He used that to get down off that mountain, so that's not an easy thing to do just in those moments by themselves, right? You put yourself at risk, you have to time it and calculate it all with just like that, and he pulled it off. So regardless of what, Acorn coming out on top when it mattered the most.
Yeah, and I mean, you guys were just talking about the Shockwave launcher right there, but Arkham taking first place, it doesn't look like he really necessarily needs the Shockwave launcher. But let's actually pull up the map right now, and I want to ask you, Bala, specifically, if you are every other player right now, when you see that Arkham is ahead by 15 points or by 50 points, what exactly are you going to be doing? Do you think we're going to be seeing some griefing here?
I hope not, but there is definitely opportunities for that. I mean, Rickety Rig for him by himself. Fortilla, we actually saw Vert start to move over towards Slurpee. But if anybody's really looking at these replays, yes, you don't fight Arkham off spawn. I mean, he has the respect. He has Rickety Rig because he dominates game after game. So I don't think we're going to see that. I hope not. Regardless, I want to talk about the edge rotates that this guy's playing. We've seen him twice over here. We had a zone all the way up in the north, and he's rotating edge zone over here to come out around Dirty Docks. In this game, we had a zone somewhat like this, right? And he's rotating up through the side of this, whirlpool after whirlpool, one right here, and then continue to hit one over here and somewhere over here as well, just like legit finding his way up to the north side and then coming in somewhere down this. He has the perfect rotates, and I don't know if anybody is really gonna be able to figure this out. Certainly not in one tournament, certainly not over the course of the next couple of games, because he's pulling off something that other people certainly haven't caught up to.
I mean, and let's just talk about the fact that he's fighting on these outskirts rotates, right? He's finding a frag here, a frag there. Just think about the way he was crossing that water segment right up here. He cut straight into Fernand, who was, you know, pretty much auto running or auto swimming across the water mass there, not expecting Arkham to go on a head-on collision for the big frag, which plays its part. It plays its part in allowing him to find more ammunition and just resource cap in general to be comfortable coming into those end games. So the master positioning, rotations, but the aggression, right? And now that he has the lead, a comfortable one, we saw what he did yesterday when he had that. He was taking crazy fights.
Yeah, comfortable lead indeed. 52 points ahead of second place, which is going to be Frappi right there. Third place is going to be NorCal Tautai. Fourth place is Energy Epic Whale. And then fifth place, Acorn, who we saw take the victory royale in that third game. But we're all looking forward to that fourth game. Chat, don't go anywhere. We have a quick break coming up right now.